Hey YouTube, Dave here, and I'm gonna continue on from the last video that I made and going to continue with my practice of channeling, which I've been getting into recently. So I'm going to channel and of course video log the experience, and this video is going to be about the future, your state of being, and higher self and your imagination. There you go. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, I ask my higher self to join with me in this making of this message today in the state of highest love and highest joy with the highest intent for the benefit and the unity and harmony of all. Okay, the future. So just as we explained that the past is not something that has happened to you, it is something that is happening to you in the present moment, that there are an infinite number of realities of source that are being viewed at from an infinite variety of perspectives, and your unique perspective is just one perspective of those realities. That all of those realities are occurring in the present moment, in this one single moment. So when you have viewed the past, you are actually viewing through your mind's eye an alternate reality that is happening in the current present moment, and this reality vibrates at a specific vibrational frequency, and when your state of being matches that frequency, the thought forms that are related to that alternate current reality enter your state of being, and you think of them, and they come into your mind and your awareness, and you think of them as the past, but they are not the past. They are actually events that are happening in the present moment. So as it is then with the past, it is also the same with the future. What you perceive as the future are realities that are also occurring in the present moment in an infinite variety of ways from an infinite number of perspectives. But there is a difference from a linear perspective in that the past is something that you perceived to have recently experienced. It would be more appropriate to say that the alternate current realities that you are most strongly attached to are the ones that you experience or have the strongest memories of in the present moment. The realities of the future, the alternate current realities that you think of in your head and perceive of as the future, you do not have the same level of attachment to these realities Therefore, they seem less real to you most of the time. In any other reality that vibrates at a certain frequency that you perceive of as the future, the mechanism as to how you think about this reality or view this reality through your mind's eye is the same as how you view the past, since every reality vibrates at a certain frequency. When your state of being is a match to the frequency of the thought forms that, when your state of being is a match to the frequency of other concurrent quote-unquote future realities, then you become an open vessel for thought forms to come into your head that are representative of those other future realities. So, your prime aspect of consciousness that you are using to perceive the present moment has not yet experienced, as in your linear progression of time, has not experienced these future realities. So what is the purpose of having the thoughts of the experience of the thoughts of having a future experience enter your state of being? They are not actually future realities, they are other present moment current realities, and in your growth and your evolution, in your state of being, we would like to see you evolve more and more away from fear and more into love. So when you see these other thoughts in your head that are possible futures, of which there are infinite many of them, it is up to you to be aware of your current state of being and how much love and how much joy you are experiencing of the present moment that is independent of the thoughts that you have of the future. When you are in a state of joy and happiness that is independent of these thoughts of the future, and attract thoughts into your state of being that will be representative of other realities that are reflective of this vibration of joy that you are experiencing in your present moment, that is then for you to choose if you would like to experience that other alternate present moment reality from that unique perspective. Since there are an infinite number of realities and an infinite number of perspectives, all realities then have an equal value. One experience of reality is no greater or no worse than another experience of reality. However, it is very, very common for people to assume one experience of reality is better than another. So when you think of thoughts of the future, and being aware of your state of being and how you are feeling, if you find that your thoughts are dependent, if you find that your state of being is dependent on thoughts of the future, then you actually push away the future that will bring you joy and happiness that you wish to experience. For example, if you are experiencing difficulty in your life, some struggle, some suffering, some pain, some discomfort in your relationships or your job or any other aspect of your life, it is wonderful sometimes to then thinking about possible futures in which you did not experience this or do not experience this. Such thoughts provide present moment temporary happiness over other thoughts of facing whatever difficulty or pain that you are experiencing in the present moment. Such thoughts of the future then become the way a person believes they think they may escape their current reality. This is the difference between fantasy and imagination. When you are in a low vibrational state of being, you will attract thoughts into your mind that you will see, that you will think will actually bring you happiness, but because you are dependent on them for bringing you happiness, they will actually, because everything that you experience is a reflection of your state of being, and your state of being is in a low vibration, you will attract thoughts to you, and when you believe they will bring you happiness, they will actually be more of a reflection of your current state of being, so they will bring you more pain and suffering. This is the essence of fantasy. It is born of neediness and dependence, and that is coming from a lower self perspective. The imagination that you experience that can bring you into more higher level vibrational realities that are more reflective of higher states of being come from a higher self perspective And coming from a higher self perspective, since all infinite realities are equal in experience or have equal value, and all experiences from the highest self are loved equally, all experiences under the infinite are equal and loved equally by the infinite. When you have thoughts of the future that you perceive as your imagination, be aware of your state of being, and if your state of being is present and happy and joyful, think of laughter, think of having fun, think of playful. If you are existing in these states of beings, in states of being like this, like these examples, when you have thoughts of the future, you will not be dependent on the thoughts of the future to bring you out of your current suffering and misery. Therefore, you are not dependent on the quote-unquote future. Therefore, you are not negatively attached to the future reality that you are trying to project or bring into your reality. Therefore, you will experience. It is your choice whether you wish to move into this new experience of a new reality, which will be reflective of your joy and playfulness and happiness and laughter. But because you are already in that state of being, it will not be required. Therefore, you can experience this new reality without attachment. And when you move through those experiences and view them as the past, as other alternate current realities that you experience in the present moment, your state of being in joy and laughter and playfulness will perceive your past experiences from that state of being and you will have less fear moving from one experience into a new and completely different experience of the future. So why thoughts of the future entering your head? That is a guidepost from your imagination, not your fantasy. Your fantasies are designs of your lower self. Your imagination are designs of your higher self. So your imagination is one of the tools that you can use to guide you through your experiences in life. When you have a thought of the future, it first filters through your imagination. You get images in your head. And since an image is worth 1,000 words, or a picture is worth 1,000 words, that image then distills further into a variety and number of thought forms about that image. And when you have a variety of thought forms about that image, you check your state of being and where you are, and see how you feel. And if you are in a state of joy and laughter and playfulness and happiness, then that is your sign from your higher self to move into other present moment realities that will be reflective of what you are experiencing in your imagination. The purpose of this is to motivate you into action, or to move you into action. It should be done without the expectation that what you are experiencing in your imagination will be verbatim exactly how you experience it when it comes into reality. It is only a motivating tool to get you to move. Because as you move through your perception of linear time, because there are an infinite number of time points and timelines that you can travel, as you move through this, there will be an infinite number of variables that will come into consideration and can move you down alternate timelines, which may then be more reflective of your joy and your laughter and your love. And what you receive in your imagination from your higher self in the future, in your thoughts of the future, that imaginary idea may change. It may grow, it may expand, it may turn into something else. So it is not to get too focused and attached on the original idea in your imagination, and to work towards that and take action and move towards that in a state of joy. But be aware when your imagination, when you are spurred to move in life through your imagination into another current present moment reality, that you will have to let go of whatever ideas you had in your imagination, even if they have not come into fruition. Your higher self knows the path through life. It sees all timelines, it sees all infinite variables and how you can move, and speaks to you through your imagination and how you feel. When you have thoughts of the future, be aware of the difference between the fantasy of it and the imagination of it. And as you move through one current present moment reality to the next, and you carry a state of being of joy and laughter and happiness with you, you will be more vibrationally inclined, aligned with other current present moment realities that will be reflective of your joy and laughter in your current state of being. And it will be up to you to choose if you wish to experience these or not. That is the purpose of having thoughts of the future. So just remember, thoughts of the past, thoughts of the future, both of them are alternate realities that are both happening now in the present moment, and other aspects of infinite source are experiencing in an infinite number of ways your singular aspect of the universal consciousness that is all that is, colors the past and the future with your current state of being. That is the most important message from this discourse. The future and the past are created out of the present moment. That's it.